Ladies and gentlemen, today is grow every day. What I mean by grow every day is you don't stay the same. What you do, you understand me, is learn something, listen to people, be alert, be aware, listen and be aware. You know what I mean? Don't do the same thing every day. Go places, be adventurous, you understand me? Go to different places. You know what I mean? Travel while you're able to do it when you're young and you're able to do these things. That's what you do. You travel and you grow and you be better each and every day. You know what I'm talking about? And you learn and you be adventurous, you know. Don't stay in the comfort zone. Try to get out of a comfort zone because the comfort zone is not good. It's not good to stay in the comfort zone. Be out. Be willing to go places and do things, you know, while you can. Because when you get older, you're going to get slower. So you do it while you're young. Be active, you understand me? And go places and do things because that's living. Staying in your neighborhood, doing the same thing every day is not, that's bad habits because you develop to be bored and you're not enjoying out of the best things in life. Enjoy the best things in life. They don't cost a lot of money. Go places, go to the places and try to live the life and try to live, you know, the life. You know, that's what you do. Okay, Beverly, I'll call you in 30 minutes because I'm doing my show. This is my queen, Beverly, and I love her, and this is her. She's calling me. And I had to take the call because she's a queen. All right, baby, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Love you. 30 minutes, I'll call. You understand? What you do is you dig, you live your life to the best of your ability and to the fullest of your ability. You do that. You be great, you understand me? And feel great and love yourself. And if you love yourself, you're going to want to be happy. Being happy is being adventurous. Being adventurous is part of being happy because you want to go out and do things while you can. You don't want to stay and be bored. That's why people say they're bored. They're bored because they're not doing things. You know, you read something every day. You read a little something every day. You give yourself, you know, you talk to yourself in a positive, adventurous way. You are great. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. You know what I'm talking about? If you're a lady, you say you're beautiful. If you're a man, you're handsome. You're great. You're a good person. You know what I'm talking about? And you want to love yourself and do the things to be adventurous. Make yourself love yourself. Go to the movies. That's an adventure. Because when you go to a movie, you see outside your regular boundary. You get ideas when you see movies of different things, of how to look, how to do. Like me, I grow every day in a wonderful way. Because you see how I dress now? You see the advancement between like years ago and see how I advance in an artistic way because I'm a dresser and I try to dress my way. If somebody do something like they put one flower on or two flowers, you see, I go way out with it. I got more, I got plenty of flowers. See, I put what I want because that's how I feel. The colors, I be colorful because I'm a colorful and bright and adventurous person. That's my reflection because that's what I am. I'm an artist in my dressing. I dress as an artist would dress. I dress as I'm blessed. And I stay wonderful and I stay on track because that's what I do. You understand me? You got to live your life to the best of your ability, not someone else's. If you once learned the fact that, you understand me, you have to be the best that you can be, and being the best that you can be is being adventurous. Like you see, my accent today is polka dot. Polka dots all the way, you understand? Polka dots here, polka dots there. You know, that's what I do. You understand me? I dress every day in the best way because that's me. I start off dressing and being the best I can be. Then when I step out the door, I feel great, you understand what I'm saying? And I am great. And I know this, so I don't take it for granted. You dig? I'll be on that page, that adventurous page, where I'm great. And I'm doing great things, you dig? You know? That's how I look. My shoes and my socks, you understand? Let me show you something. They're on the hit list. They're on the hit list. See my shoe? Well, I don't know if you can see it because it's too far up. But I'll show it to you. See my shoe? See? Different colors. Yellow, red, all the colors that I have on it are in that. You understand? Because that's what I do. You know, I dress as a blessed, you understand me? And me and my queen, we dress as we're blessed and we match as we're heart attached. That's what we do. You understand me? Everybody got to do their own thing. Be your best self, not somebody else's. If you be your best self and you feel great and you go out there and face the nation with the greatest of ease, you can't lose. You understand me? Be yourself. You dress how you want, but in your mind, you got to be great and do great things in your mind. You can dress like that boy that got the billions of dollars Facebook guy. All he wears is a t-shirt and jeans. But that's his thing. Everybody got their own thing. Don't follow nobody. Do what you feel like doing. Be your best self. Whatever it is, you understand me? Be that. You don't have to wear just the clothes don't make you. That's what I am. I'm a fashion guru. So that's what I do because that's me though. Don't follow somebody else if that's not your heart ain't in it. Do something where your heart's in it. It can be painting on canvas. You understand me? You can do your art on canvas. You can do your drawing, doing whatever you do. What you like to do, make sure it's something you like to do. I like dressing. So that's what my fashion is, my passion. But find yours, you dig? If you find yours, you'll be a hit and you'll be a wonderful person. I got to give a shout out to Fast Black. He's an artistic guy in camera and taking pictures and going around documentaries, writing books, doing all kind of good things. And I mentored him from the streets to that. You understand? Because that's the kind of person I am. I think positive. I don't go around advocating bad things, negative, like pimping and all that type of stuff. That stuff is not good. Misusing women, that's not nothing to talk about. That's not nothing that you could be blessed. You understand me? In life, having a blessed life. You don't do things that are not right. And pimping and hustling, you know what I mean, doing, selling dope. Selling dope and pimping, those things are not good. Those things are not good, either one of them. And I've pimped before, but I never sold dope. I never would, never will. Never sold nothing real. But that lady, the thing about it is, let me tell you something. The thing about it is that you want to be good. You want to live a good, clean life. You want to be right. You understand me? What I mean by that is you have to. You understand me? Do the right things. Be respectful. Be good to women. If you have a woman, be good to her. Treat her right. Do the best. Do all you can to make her happy. You do all you can to make her happy. You be your best self. That's all. Be your best self. You dig? And love yourself so you can love somebody else. You have to love yourself first. But do better every day. Be better, do better. Do adventurous things. Like me, I ride a scooter. And my nephew, the guy I told you I mentored, he got me on a scooter because he rides a scooter. He's 45. People say, oh man, you almost 73. I'll be 73 next month. But I'm riding a scooter. Man, I do what I do. I don't care what nobody else think. They gonna say, oh, you too old for that. No, I'm not too old. I'm not too old. I do what I do because I can and because I want to. Because that's me. You understand? And I let people know that. Don't be trying to box me into a situation where I'm not able to succeed. Don't box me in because I'm not that type of person. You can't box me in. You trying to box me in to a situation where I can't win. You understand? Don't do that because I'm not that type of person. I'm not gonna be boxed in. You dig? Because I look at it like this. That you have to be your best self. Do better, be better, grow. Be a person to grow every day. If you grow, what I mean by growing is reading, go to movies, you know what I mean, go to different adventures, go to concerts, you know what I mean, go to plays. I found out plays are good. You know what I mean? Go to things like that and you get, you know what I mean? Go to clubs where people are doing things. But bars, that's not good. Library, you know what I mean? Coffee shops, you talk to different people that are adventurous. They have interesting things to say. They have different careers. Be friendly to people and talk to people, because you may learn from them. Stay away from fools and negative people and haters. Stay away from them. People that don't have good vibrations. People that don't have good vibrations don't send you a good message. Stay away from them. They're not good. You're not going to learn nothing from them. All they're going to do is hate on you. Don't tell people where you're going. Don't tell people what you're doing. Do you and be the best. You ain't got to tell people what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Give people advice and all that. But what you're actually doing, how you actually may make your money or whatever, you ain't got to tell people that. That's none of their business. You know what I'm talking about? Because haters are trying to hate and cross you up and get you put out of whatever you at. You might be able to have a job and you tell people where you work at, they'll be coming over there. Coming to your job trying to make you look bad. And you be thinking, damn, I told her to do what I worked at. You know what I mean? But that's what people do. Some people do that. You don't know who's good and who's bad when you meet people. So just don't get close to people. You know what I mean? You're only going to have 2 or 3 good friends that's going to be there all your life anyway. The rest of them going to fade out. They're going to go, they're there for a certain reasons. And the ones that hate on you, they're going to hate anyway because they hate that you live in a good life. They hate that you're happy. See, if you're happy, they hate that. They want to see you miserable. They want to see you complain with them. Because most of them guys that ain't got it right, they complain. It ain't got nothing to do with having all the money. Just be happy with what you have. And don't be chasing money, chase happiness. See, I chase happiness. I don't chase money. When I was younger, I chased money. When you're young, you chase money. When you're a certain age, you chase money. I say up to 50, you chase money. Then when you get to be that age, after 50, you got to concentrate on happiness. I'm going to tell you why. Because you got to plan for retirement and plan for travel or whatever you can do when you're at that age. Because you're not going to be chasing money no more. You're going to be on the pursuit of happiness. And whoever you can share it with. You know what I mean? You try to concentrate on having someone to share it with and enjoy life. And it comes to a time where you don't have no one to share it with. What you do is you be happy and be adventurous and be involved with people. Go out with women, different women, you know what I mean, and try to, be accompanied by a woman. You know what I mean? And be involved. Friendship with them or whatever you can do with them. You know what I mean? If you can't, get intimate with them, you be friends first, you understand what I'm saying? And then take your time in order to gravitate or pull to be intimate. But make sure, you understand me, you find you a woman that's good. You only need one good woman. You don't need a bunch. You only need one. But if you have one good woman and it don't turn out or something happens, you know what I mean? You be with her a while and she's a good woman, whatever. And things, you be with her to the end. And if you're still there, you understand what I'm saying? After her, you don't need no more. You just need that one good woman to take you away. After that, you trying to get another good one, it may not happen. Then you had one, so therefore you just be thankful and grateful that you had that one. And then don't try to have another one like that because it don't work. It don't happen. I've had 3 good women in my life, and after this one, if I'm still around, or we're not together, or whatever may happen, I'm not going to try to find another one because it's her. She's the only, and she's the greatest, and there ain't going to be no replacement. It ain't no replacement. It's just like, that's it, and I'm going to go on being a player. After that, I got to go back to being a player because it's like, if God takes this one from me, then it's telling me that, hey, that's the one I had and it ain't going to be no more. You understand me? I'm not going to try to do that again. No way, fashion, shape, or form. I'm going to go back to being who I was before I had her and before I was looking for her. That's like 20 years ago. I'm going to go back to that because God sent that to me, and I got to be blessed and thankful with the memories and all that I have. And I'm going to go back to being, bam. Before, I'm not even going to try to have a queen. I'm not going to try to have it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have it and you had it, then you look at it like this. You got to step into another dimension. Because I say growing. Remember I said about the growing? You got to grow and be happy. Be adventurous. And like me, what I would do then is go to movies, go here with different people. No commitments. No, how would you say it? No, getting involved like that. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm talking about? I look too good. I've grown too far. I got too much going for myself. I can't be a one. I can't hang on to one woman after this. I devoted to this, never cheated, never did nothing, never would, never will. And never will right to this day and on and on. I would never do that. Never cheat, never do. Because I'm devoted to my queen. But I'm saying, after her, it ain't going to be no devotion. I'm not going to even get into a commitment. Because it's like, it wouldn't be right. I wouldn't feel right. You understand me? I just wouldn't feel right. I have to go on and do what I do for the rest of my life. I would never get a replacement, never try to get a person to be in her position. She was on a pedestal. Nobody could never be on her level. So I would never try to do that. And that's what I feel. This is my story. This is my life. And this is the way I live. And I live my life the way I live it. I don't try to tell nobody how to live. I just tell them to be better every day. Grow and be the best you can be with the person that you are, what you like to do and who you like to be. Be your best self. You understand me? And if you be your best self, then you can't let nobody else, don't look at nobody else and try to be like them. Be your best self. And if you be your best, the best you know how to be, you can't lose. You can't lose because you know what? You got to realize you got to be number one. You understand? And you got to grow, be better every day. Be around people that is expanding, that are growing, that are doing things. You know? Don't be a hater, be a congratulator. Be one, be positive and give people encouragement. If you see people, you encourage them and do things with them. Do things for them. That's what you do. You be a strong individual. You know? You be strong, you do things right, and you grow in a natural way. Be your best self. And if you be your best self, you ain't got to worry about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about nobody else. You stay in your lane, man. What I'm saying is you stay in your lane. And you don't be in competition with nobody. You don't run no race. You're in a lane by yourself. You're not racing against no one else. You're not trying to compete. Don't try to compete. I did that in the 90s. I say 80s. Because when you're in the game or in the fast life, you're competing whether you know it or not. Because you're trying to be the best man, because you're trying to get chose. And when you're in the fast life, you're always competing whether you know it or not. Because you're competing to win. And you're in the fast life. And when you're in the fast life, you're trying to do it right. As simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But not when you once get to a certain age. See, when you once get to a certain age, you got to realize it's not like that. And being in the fast life it's not like I tell you, it's not nothing to be in. Because it ain't like it was. I don't tell people, I don't promote being in the game. I promote being out the game, living a good life, being a square. Being a square is the best way to be. Square life is the right life. Because you don't want to be taking chances going to jail. Selling dope and pimping and all that. All that stuff is not good. The fast life is not the life to be in. You got these people telling these stories. They're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you how they did 10 years and went to the pen 2 times. You know, you don't want to go to the pen. Nowadays you get more time than you did then. They was given less time back then. Now when you get in trouble, you get a whole bunch of time. And your life is ruined because if they take a chunk out your life, 10 or 20 years, your family that you had, they're going to move on. They're still moving on in the streets. So when you're inside, they leave you. They're gone. They're not waiting on you. You get 10 years. That's just minimum what you may get and have to do. 20 and 30, just think that, 40 years. Ain't nobody waiting on you. Kids are grown up and out of college and all that. That lady done went with somebody else. You come out, you an old man, and hey, your whole life is over with. 40 years can destroy you. You say if you're 16 or you 18 and you get caught up, they trial you as an adult. Like you're 18, 19 years old. You do 40 years. You 58 years old, you was 18. You 58 years old, man. Do you realize you get out of jail, your whole life is over with? 58, and you come out, man, you damn near a senior citizen. And that's just, they take 40 years out of your life. Man, they don't play with time nowadays. Time, people get that kind of time like it ain't nothing. 41 years they got done. They come out, all their life is over. They got to get out there and try to make it for the next. They may have 20 years left to live. They're 58, 68, 78. If they can make that, man, they're an old man. Then they're going to be straight. They're going to be a squared in for real. Because they know they don't want to go back to jail. So why would you want to take a chance to be in somebody fast and quick when you could go get caught doing something wrong? Just be a good square man and live a good square life. Working every day is a blessing, but just find something that you love to do. Find a job. Find something that you love to do and do that. Don't be doing no wrong, man, because wrong is not right. And I did it, and that's why I learned the hard way. But I was lucky enough to only do 2 years one time, 22 months the first time. And then juvenile, I did it, a YA, I did a year. And then I did 3 years in Washington, you dig? And then I ran from worst release for 10 years, and I had to do another year. You understand me? But I was out 10 years. But I was doing the fast life, but I was just fortunate I knew what to do, and I was sharp enough to not get caught. When I did that year, I didn't do nothing wrong. I just went back to using my name, and when I went to the motel, they grabbed me, but I was tired of running anyway. And I lost 2 women at that time by doing that. That's why I'm telling you, don't do wrong, because you're going to lose everything and have to start over. I lost clothes, cars, everything. But then when I went to work release, like I said, when I ran, I built up a wardrobe, but I lost all that when I went to jail. So it's like, it ain't worth it. Even though I did a year, I grew. See, I grow. I grew when I was in the pen. I grew when I was doing that 10. I grow. You got to grow every day, but don't go through hardship and have to start over with your material things that you acquire. Because I lost those things when I relapsed and lost 5 cars and a house and jewelry. I lost all that. But it's all right because I learned the lesson, man. It's all right because it made me stronger. It's just like I come from the ground floor. I never worked a day in my life. But that's simply my way of living. I advise you not to go through that because it ain't like, the world is not the same like it was when I grew up in. The world is a different world. This world is different now. It's not the same world. They charge you and give you so much time for the things that I used to get away with. Now it's a crime. So I advise you to go to work, get a good job, and live a good life. Because being a fast life is an illusion. These guys you see, these old men that's on there telling you how they did this and how they did that, they lying. They didn't live like that. You got people that sold dope and happened to get away with it. Might have been informers, or might have made deals with the police. You know what I mean? To get on a certain level, that they are. They were selling dope, man. Women wasn't giving it to them. Women don't give you millions of dollars. You don't get made, man. Pimps live simple lives. When they get old, they don't have all that money. You know what I mean? That's not the average way it works. You got people like Phil Muslim, they playing music to make it now. They just barely getting by making music and working like that. These other players too, making clothes, doing things. They're doing other things, man, in the square world. They're not doing. So when you see an old man, 70 and 80, talking about they pimping and breaking broads, man, it don't work like that. Because you out the game, you retired. You ain't charging women now. You know what I mean? The only thing you can do is be a gigolo. And if you're a gigolo, you just get by. Not gigolo, but you know what I mean? You get women are giving you money, but they're not giving you no big money, because the prostitutes are the one that get the big money, and they giving it to the young guys. Who gonna give you money? You're an old man. You understand? If you old man as sharp as me, you can get jugs and things, but it ain't no money to talk about. The little money, it ain't nothing to brag about. It ain't gonna buy you no Rolls Royce. It ain't gonna buy you no house. It ain't gonna do none of that. They ain't gonna give you that kind of money. You understand me? To get that kind of money, Willie Ward's brother, he had one brother that was a player, and he was playing rich women. He was in that circle, that Hollywood circle. So he got in there, and he was getting millions of dollars with them, because he got into the circle with the rich. If you get in the circle with the rich, then you can do that. But getting in, if you ain't in that circle, you understand me? And when you get in that circle, you don't talk about it. You just do it. You ain't bragging about what you're doing. You're just doing it because you know that the police and everybody else can look and see what you're doing and be on your ass. So what you do is, you understand me, you live a good life and stay out the limelight. You live a good life and stay out the limelight. You don't get in the limelight. You stay under, so you don't even talk about it. And that's very few in between. So what your goal is to have a family, be a square, have children, live a life where you can't go to jail. No chances, no this. Don't get somebody to take care of you. Don't go out there. That was back in the day when Willie Ward's brother was doing that. David Simpson, he was a good looking dude, he could do that. You know what I mean? Certain people, you know what I mean? You got to know how to live like that. You know what I mean? But I advise you to go to work and get a job. Don't depend on nobody else to do nothing for you. Do for yourself. Don't depend for nobody to give you anything. Get off your ass and get your own. Be your own boss, if you can. If not, go to work for someone else and get money and then invest in something and work for yourself. You ain't got to work for somebody else all your life. I know people that's working at one store 40-something years doing that kind of work. That's not good, man. You ain't growing. You ain't going nowhere. You should grow and get your own store if you've been in it. But you got to invest your money. All they doing is living. They ain't really trying to advance. They ain't trying to get rich. They don't want responsibility. See, people like that, I'm going to tell you, it's nothing wrong with that. If they work like that all their life and they enjoying themselves and they love what they do, ain't nothing wrong with that because that's between them and whoever they were doing. I don't frown on them. I congratulate them to do that and stay out of jail. If they worked like that, did that, man, that's to be commended because they stayed out of jail. They didn't go to jail. They didn't get on dope. You see? Getting on dope and doing, man, you don't want to do that because doing wrong is going to cost you, man. There's a penalty for that. You're going to end up with some kind of repercussions. If you depend on the game, you're going to get some kind of repercussions. It's no smooth ride. People think it's a smooth ride, but it's not. Crosses are always coming. There's crosses that's coming, and you got to watch yourself. Because you get crossed up, man, it ain't good. The best thing to do is walk the straight and narrow. Be a square. I know the slick friends you got going to be cut out of here talking about, but you're going to see them in the penitentiary, and they're going to be doing time, and they're going to be crying to you to come see them. Because they're doing that wrong. Doing wrong will get you caught. Don't think you can't get caught. A lot of cats get caught for doing wrong. And they thought they wasn't going to get caught. They thought they was going to be right. It don't work like that, man. You got to be on the right foot. You got to be on the right path. You got to be on the right path and do the right thing, man. If you don't do the right things, there will be consequences. There will be consequences. You will suffer the consequences. You did. And that's why I tell you to go to work, be a good square. Be a good square and do what's right. Do the right things. You understand me? And if you do what's right, you ain't got to never worry about doing anything wrong. You know? You never worry about doing anything wrong. You understand me? If you do what's right. Because that's how it goes. You got to make sure, you understand what I'm saying, you do the right thing. And be the right person. Be the right person. You understand? Be the right person. You know what I mean? Do right and be right. Be your best self, man. Be happy. Do regular things that's right, man. Live a good life. Don't steal, don't rob, don't take nothing about it. All that bad habits. Don't smoke, don't drink. Don't do that. Don't fornicate. You know what I mean? Try to get you a good woman and be dedicated to her. And don't go out cheating or doing that. Treat her right and be right. Be good. And be respectful and she'll respect you. What you get is what you get back. Be a good person though. And be a strong man. Don't be weak. You know what I mean? Be a leader. Lead your woman. Give her advice. You know, be good to her, but tell her right from wrong. You know, make her grow with you. She grows with you. You grow together. You understand me? And if you're young, you grow together, man. You do the right thing. Develop right habits, good habits. Give her right advice and habits. And let her grow with you, not against you. I got 1 minute left, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm going to do is tell you that what you have to do, you understand me, is be your best self and don't follow people that's doing negative things. People that are not doing good, they're not trying to do the right thing, got all these fancy ideas how to take shortcuts to get money. Don't listen to them. Don't be involved with them. I mean, you do your own thing and you get around the people that that can teach you how to be your best self. You know what I mean? You don't worry about them. I'm trying to be on their team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show. I got to go. International Red for the record. And this is the Fashion Experience.